Representative Bryce Bennett.
Mr. Speaker, I move that Senate Bill 107 be pulled from the Judiciary Committee and placed on second reading on the 74th legislative day. Mr. Speaker.
Representative Bennett.
Mr. Speaker and members of the body, I am asking for your help in bringing Senate Bill 107 to the floor for debate. This bill removes unconstitutional language from the Deviant Sexual Conduct Code, this language that labels gays and lesbian Montanans felons under our law, punishable by fines up to $50,000 or up to 10 years in prison. This law was ruled unconstitutional by the Montana Supreme Court in July of 1997 in the Grayson versus Montana case. This bill simply asked the defunct language be removed from the Montana Code annotated. There's no reason for this unconstitutional language to remain in the MCA. There is language in this bill. There are claims that this bill affects the state's ability to prosecute crimes related to non-consensual acts. That's simply a red herring, and it's just simply not true. These acts are and will remain illegal. Sexual assault is 45.5.502. Sexual intercourse without consent is 45.5.503. Indecent exposure, 45.5.504. We know from law enforcement and prosecutors that this section of law has never been used to prosecute such offenses. Now, members of the body, these are the legal arguments, and they are critical, but I also want to provide a personal story as well. Members of the body, in general, I don't talk about my personal life when it comes to our work here in the legislature. It's generally my approach to keep to policy matters in our discussions, but I'm going to talk about me today and about how this law affects my community and me. You know, my friends back home often ask me if people treat me poorly or differently here at the legislature because I'm gay. And I always tell them no. Absolutely not. I've never been treated differently than any other member of this body by any member on either side of the aisle. Despite the fact that we may disagree on issues, I believe that no one doubts my right to serve here with all of you as your equal. And members of the body, my colleagues and my friends, under this law, I'm considered a felon. I'm not your equal. In fact, this law puts me in the same category as people who rape animals. Under this law, I could be imprisoned for up to 10 years for being part of a loving, caring relationship. I've said before, though, I know this law is not constitutional and it's not being enforced. I'm not worried about being arrested and taken to jail, but I still feel the sting of this law still, because words are very important and they matter. The fact that years later this language is still in the books means that our state still sees me as a criminal. The belief that I am a second-class citizen in the state I was born in and have called home my entire life. Members of the body, this law is about me, but it's also not just about me. Gay and lesbian Montanans are your neighbors, your co-workers, the soldiers who defend our nation, and for many of us, our family. Our mothers, our fathers, grandparents, cousin, niece, nephew, brother, sister. We're not strangers. We're the people in your life that you love and respect. This bill is about honoring that basic respect for our fellow Montanans. This bill is about offering basic dignity to everyone in our state. And for that reason, I would ask that you help me by voting yes on this blast motion today. Thank you.